All right, and
Yeah, it was misbehaving.
Yeah, we have.
Well, I'm waiting on to do that. They're still dragging their feet on. First, they wanted to push it out as far as possible. Now they don't. Now they want to just go ahead.
So do they at least ask
So
you
they're
when they're
looking
doing
at
the screening and
possibly
working
switching
with a realtor?
communities for
That one is good.
That's like one of the only questions they do ask. Yes, there's two key questions that they
You want to
ask.
see a property and.
Well, now, are you working with another realtor? And then if they go, no, do you want to talk to our realtor now? And if they go, yes, that's the trigger where they go, okay. No.
Not that they wouldn't lie, but.
Oh, they do. On a regular basis.
We
Now, I
should
gotta
say
say,
first, right?
yeah, but it's interesting is that you wind up with fewer liars through this process on the phone than you do just normal real estate because they've put themselves through all these hooks. You know.
It's new construction.
Look here, guys, we finally got to come up, and this is where I want you to see. See where it says listen beside each of these? If you just click on, now who knows how long this is going to take, but you know, it'll download the call recording. Anyway, I'm not going to play it, but anyway, that's where they are. It just, we think they were working on the lead network up there a little while ago. So, okay, all right, to eliminate that distraction for right now. Now, so look at this handout I just gave you called Welcome to the Launch. Well, you've been welcomed, okay, but there's really just some pictures in here and some components that I want you to look at. And then we're going to go to doors because this will help tie it in, okay? So, first of all, look here, guys. Y'all remember there's Jim? Go to like the third page.
Yeah.
Okay. Chatham Station. Well, let's pause for just a minute on Chatham Station. You see that? Picture is that second or third page? Fourth page. Well, by the way, they founded in 1969, that office. Marty told you that's still a functioning Weichert office, right? Just celebrating 45th anniversary. Okay. But let me tell you this, the Chatham Station, and this is why I have such a connection with Jim Weichert, is that y'all know how the reason he is here today is because he stood on this platform and did what? Handed out business cards. Now, I'm not married now, but I used to be married. Precious woman, she was. But she did help me. She would, are you married?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good, congratulations.
You want me to let you know how that works out? Or?
You know, it's funny, I was thinking about it. Scott Jackson, one of our brokers, he's a Myrtle Beach broker. And he reminded me we're at this top broker thing. He goes, Kirk, he said, you know, there's probably a few thousand people around this country that if you knew who the right people were, you went up to them and said, what's Kirk Miller's ex-wife's name? They'd go, Precious. And I got to think, you know, he's right. I've been doing this too long, you know, tell me. Anyway, so Precious woman, she is a nice one. Anyway, she would put, and I'm telling you, this is why I'm here, packs of business cards on our dresser, 20, with rubber bands around. And she would keep 4 or 5. See if you can train your spouse to do this.
Train your spouse.
Yeah, that might not work.
You got that. Wait, you're,
Well, no. See,
you're going to come here and you're going to say, stand it on its head.
that's not
No, we're coming.
Now, see, I'm being, well, but see how enlightened I was? I said your spouse. I didn't say her or him. See how that is?
It's a her.
Okay. That's, not that there's anything wrong with her. That's fine. No. Anyway, so the routine was I had to pick up a pack of those business cards, put in my coat. And before I could come back every day, I had to do what? And I did. And that was my routine. And now I'm telling you, that's why I'm here now. Interest rates are 18%. I would not be here in the real estate business. I wouldn't have gotten through the first year if I hadn't had a system that was pushed to me by someone else.
By Precious.
Yes, correct.
She was the one
And
that
she,
just
well,
said,
she was the one that
got the portrait.
that
Wow.
she kept the packs of business
Wow.
cards on the desk, and it was kind of a little chuckle every when I come in. She'd pat my, check my coat pocket, and see if I'd done it. And I had that little, if it's like 4 or 5 o'clock, and I need to go home, and I would check, you know, to make sure. I'd have to go to a bar somewhere and hand them out. You know? No, but y'all get the idea. It was a system that was not just mine alone. It was guided with someone else help and support, and it's why I'm here, still in the real estate business. And Jim will tell you the same thing. That he had to have a self-imposed system, which was get to that train platform every day. I don't know if Marty told you, he actually went out and bought an older car and a whole suit to make him look older. Jim did. Marty didn't tell you, it's true. Oh, Jim told me this years ago. He went out and he was young, so he's like in his young 20s, and up there in Chatham, it was like an old person's town and an old person's community. He went out and bought a station wagon and an older looking suits. And he would park that station wagon. He was trying to make himself look older back then to do it, so whatever. So, guys, how many business cards do you hand out each day to strangers?
Not 20.
You know how quickly you can get that done? Now, what we're talking about is strangers on the street, walking around the mall. Everywhere you go eat lunch, there's 3 or 4 opportunities. There was now I got to tell you, I don't know because I didn't focus on it last year, but in 2013, I was personally good for 9 agents being hired by Weichert offices around the country. People that I had, last night I got into Lab Stay at that Holiday Inn. Well, it's decent Holiday Inn, by the way. It's got a restaurant there, up there on wherever it is. Yeah. And I got in too late to go to the restaurant, but my routine is normally I'll go to the bar or the restaurant when I get into a hotel, and I'm handing a card out every time. You know, what are you doing here? Well, I'm here working with a Weichert Realty. Ever considered a career in real estate? Every person that waits on me usually gets a card. And I'm suggesting that, you know, asking if they're in the real estate business. Y'all ought to do the same thing. I mean, it's just, hey, I'm Kirk Miller. Listen, I'm with Weichert Realtors. You know, first class, just wanted, if you had any need for real estate. If not, here's my card. Just do those. Hand them out. That's where your business. Who does it now? I'm speaking to the choir here now. I'm speaking to the choir. Yeah. How many of you hand up?
I can't say by name, but I gave out 3 and 7-11 last week.
3 and 7-11 last week. There you go. You remember those things, right?
Average 3 or 4 a week, so it's not a lot.
Oh, 3 or 4 a week. That ain't much. Right. That ain't much.
But usually there are people that are interested that struck up a
I just
conversation.
go to the grocery store with my own.
Absolutely, just go with your name tag on.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I used to work for Century 21, by the way. I told you all that. And that one of the second stupidest marketing move ever. The first was New Coke. Remember that?
Yeah.
I remember New Coke. That was dumber than crap. You know, why you take the most successful brand name and try to change it. All right, here's the second stupidest thing. Y'all remember the gold coats? Century 21 gold coats? Everybody remembers the gold coats. I used to wear it around the country. I really could not remember a trip during about a 5-year period of time in the 90s where I was always in the gold coat when I was traveling on the plane. I can't remember a trip where a stranger did not bring up a conversation about real estate. It was that powerful, and the idiots got rid of it. And it was purely because agents in other offices talked down about it, and they thought it was an agent ego. It had nothing to do with consumers, so that was done. But what's your most effective marketing? Hand out business cards. Okay, and then we're going to talk about when we do open houses, knocking on doors, and using that face-to-face environment. Okay, so Chatham, New Jersey. Now look at this super complicated grid up here on the next page, and just take a quick glance at it. And I'm not going to try to explain this thing today, but I do want you to take a look at it tonight, and we're going to pull this handout back out in the morning, okay? So you're looking cross-eyed now, I know. Look at this later. Turn the page. I just want to highlight a couple things on here. The same thing on this, the Weichert selling system. Take a look at this tonight. I'm going to follow it up the next day. And then I'm going to have you flip, and I'll tell you where. Flip to... Go to where you can see this page of Jim and James in the headquarters. It's about 4 pages back, past a bunch of words, okay? Get that page. Y'all see that? Now, see those buildings there on this corporate campus? There's 4 big buildings out there. You see the tops of them? Yes. See the biggest building on the right there? Yeah. That's where your affiliate headquarters is. That's where our offices are, okay? Do you see the building closest to you? Mm-hmm. The corner closest to you, that's where Jim's office is. He sits right there in that space right there on the corner for...
He's waving.
He's waiting. You can see him waiting. Let me tell you what's kind of interesting. There's Route 10 right here. Look up here right now. There's Route 10 right here. And until about 3 or 4 months ago, the Realogy headquarters was right across the street, which is Citroen, Coal Banker, ERA, and a few others. And then we had Better Homes and Gardens for years, was just down the road. So we had within a 4-mile radius, about 70% of all the real estate transactions in the country were processed right there. But anyway, this is our campus. This is where you ought to go visit. Okay. And the lead network. Now this is a little difficult. If you look in the center of that picture at the very top, up in the trees, you see that building? That's the lead network. That's where all the people are sitting, screening all those clients and sending them down to it. Okay. All right. So flip on through. You'll see on the next page, Weichert today, some statistics that are irrelevant tomorrow because we're growing so fast that you have to be careful quoting these things with a big asterisk because we're always selling new offices, etc. Just flip through. Let me one other thing I wanted you to see is I'm sorry, my fingers aren't working. Okay. Yeah. There it is. Okay. I just wanted you to see this and give an intro. The Weichert buyer consultation system. It's near the next to last page. That I'm going to give more time to than we normally do because it's important right now. Are y'all using a buyer consultation? We have a listing consultation, right, which we're getting ready to go through, listing presentation. But have y'all used the formal buyer's consultation? Okay. Are y'all in the mode of getting buyers to come into the office? No. Okay. Well, this is a great opportunity too. This is another theater of the thing. And let's see, I guess tomorrow, yeah, second thing we're going to work on this is the buyer consultation. But getting people into the, and I love the offices looking great. First of all, when I pulled up, it looks great from the outside. And what you're going to be doing inside, making it all yellow and Weichert is going to be going to be awesome. But we want to get in a mode of bringing people into the office, our buyers, and taking them through this theater of a process that we have to take them through. Now, are you guys in it? Do y'all do buyer brokerage? Where buyers then no. The answer is no. Okay.
No.
Where buyers sign an agreement that says if they only buy through you?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
All right. Do you have any challenges with buyer loyalty?
Yes.
Okay.
Rental loyalty.
And by the way, rental loyalty. Okay. But by the way, that the buyers are liars things that we did at the beginning. Y'all know where that comes from, right? It's the experienced agents do. So you meet somebody and they want a 3-bedroom, 2-bath ranch. So you show them about 80 of them. And then they call you on Sunday. Say, Kirk, you're going to be so excited for us. We found the perfect house today, a for sale by owner, and we bought it. And you lie and you go, oh, great, congratulations. And you hang it. You find out it's a damn teepee that they bought. Wasn't anything like what they told you.
Price was right.
More often, you know what it is? It's a lack of this. It's a lack of an extensive buyer consultation that focuses everybody on the right task. Now, be honest. I mean, I'll raise my hand first. Have you ever worked with a buyer and they wound up buying something totally different from somebody else, and it's because you didn't do a good job up front? I know that's me. I know that's me. It's happened. And so this buyer consultation can prevent that. Now, even with a good buyer consultation, people are going to go out and act stupid, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, but less enthusiastically. But less often they'll do it with a buyer consultation. So we'll get you all that tool. Is that good? Say yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So anyway, that's all I wanted to show you on that. I want y'all to read through that tonight, and I'll highlight some things tomorrow, but it's a little bit wordy. Now, let me see if I can pull door. I'm going to put doors up on the screen. And here real quick. Door. Do. All right. There we go. All right. So, external contact. Okay.
Almost.
Okay, all right. So, I'm sorry, guys, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to sit here because I gotta hit the clicker here, but we can work on here. So this is the first page. Now, there's a dialogue booklet that I have not given you, and that's good, okay? But there's an extensive dialogue booklet. It's like 70 pages. You know, we may have not printed that out, and that's good, but I'll show y'all where it is for you to pull it down. But here's the process I suggest you go through with this presentation. Is I'm gonna go through it cursorily and kind of just show you the key points for each page. In Weichert University, which y'all haven't been into yet, correct?
Correct.
You haven't had your password. Marty may have shown you a little screenshot of it. I'm going to pull it up here a little bit, or probably tomorrow.
They've all got their passwords.
Oh, you have your passwords?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so we need to get in there, okay? And you'll find all of these resources. You'll also find some videos of doors being presented by other agents. And so
They got it at the meeting in the letter that I wrote and gave to all of them. It was right in the back of the letter.
Behind the sun into Weichert One.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
yes, yeah. Yeah, like
I didn't know it was-
Let me tell y'all where we're weak. We have too many places online to go to for too much stuff, and we're working on that right now. Part of that's a product of just getting out there damn early on everything, and so we got invested in systems, you know, out there. But we're moving a lot of that in. So I'll just tell you right now, there's a little confusion. Here was one. Yeah, Weichert One password gets you into Weichert University. Correct, same thing. So everybody's got it. So go to Weichert University, look at the doors training class and any of the videos up there. I'll show and tell tomorrow so you'll know where to go. And then by then, after looking at it in here, doing that online, you should have a pretty good idea of what you're going to do with the presentation. So here's your final step that will prepare you for going out and delivering it to a consumer. You're going to listen today, go to Weichert University, take the classes, look at the resources. Then you're going to sit in a room by yourself with doors. You're going to look at the first page, and this is where a yellow pad makes sense. And you're going to have a yellow pad in front of you, and you're just going to start writing longhand everything you're going to say on that page. You're just going to write it out. Then you're going to flip to the next page, and you're going to go to another yellow page, and you're going to write out what you'd say on those pages. And you're going to do that all the way through, and when you're done, you can throw the yellow page away because that's insignificant. You know, I mean, it was there as a tool. There's something about that tactile experience of writing that gets it up in here. And then when you're sitting there at the table and they go, well, do we really have to pull the, car down off the blocks in the front yard, or whatever, some objection, you can just, it's right there, okay? You've internalized it. Do people do that up here? Now, I saw a Confederate flag in front of somebody's yard. I knew I wasn't too far north. Let me do this. I had this thought. Isn't it weird how far north the South is? Does that seem weird to you guys?
Yeah.
When you start getting into history, and they're fighting the Civil War up in here, and they're calling this the South. It's in the South? Isn't that weird? I thought I'm going to change the subject. Yeah, thanks. It is weird. All right. So anyway, put the extra layer. Oh, by the way, all right. Here, let me. Y'all want some magic language?
Yes.
Because one of the fears. Now you guys are more advanced, but one of the fears, and y'all may still bump up against this sometimes, when you're closing for an appointment to try to go get a listing, and they say, "Hey, we're interviewing 3 or 4 people, so be on your." They do that, right? Okay, and so you could have and I'll bet those are situations where you start going, I'm gonna do this in a one visit. Is that right? Okay, because there's the fear of what?
Of signing with somebody else.
Yeah, in between you coming in and before you can get back the next